Morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back with another one, with another banger, with yet another video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to share this video. It only helps the channel grow. Truly appreciate it, man. I just continue to stay on that grind, guys, man. Continue to provide with the content. So here we go. I saw the games on Saturday with the Warriors. The way the Blazers lost that game is just pretty much evident. The Warriors went up 3-0. They win 110-99. Curry had a 36-point game. Draymond gets the game ball with his 20 points, 13 assists, and 12, and I think it's 13 rebounds and 12 assists. He was just sensational. So, once again, shout out to the Warriors. They go up 3-0. They have a chance to close the series out. But with that being said, Andre Iguodala has a sore, as they said, a lower leg injury. He had an MRI on Sunday, and the results came out negative. But it's being told that he has a sore Achilles, so he is questionable for Game 4. And he's been dealing with the Achilles for a while now. So we'll just have to see what happens if he happens to play. And Damian Lillard is dealing with a separated rib. That's unfortunate. The issue that I have with this whole separated rib injury was, why did the report come out after Game 3? Now, to me, this is just another attempt at the media trying to make excuses as to say, look how the Warriors are winning games. Now, I think that he might have gotten hurt further. Maybe he was dealing with this injury before, who knows, because he struggled in the entire series against the Nuggets, where he only shot 41% and 25% from three, averaging 25 a game in that 7-game series. So he struggled. But I think I think it was Looney, when he fell on top of Dame for that loose ball in Game 2, I think was when he probably felt that separation in his rib. And I'm not trying to say that Dame is hurt. He probably is. I wish Damian Lillard nothing but I wish speedy recovery, and I hope he gets healthy, because that's unfortunate. But the way the Blazers blew that lead, man, is just like, they're just no match for the Warriors. And the way they've defended the pick and roll has just been absolutely atrocious. So, but we'll see what happens, man. Now it's just a matter of pride. I mean, can the Blazers get one and avoid the sweep? Let me know what you guys think, if the Warriors are going to sweep the Blazers, or the Blazers are going to stay alive at least to fight another day and try to force a Game 5. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, my issue was really more so, why did this report come out after the game in Game 3 that he's been dealing with a separated rib? It's probably going to say, well, the reason that the Warriors beat so-and-so because so-and-so is injured. I feel like there's an agenda here. It's like, now none of the Warriors' wins are credible. Everything is because of a reason now. And I think it's just getting ridiculous, but it is what it is. But anywho, on to this game. So ladies and gentlemen, now on to this game, ladies and gentlemen. So the Raptors win in double overtime, and I was watching the game while I was out at a bar. 118-112. This was such a highly competitive game. It was enjoyable and nervous at the same time. It looked like, if, as much as the Raptors played, man, they looked like they were trying to play not to lose. And like, you could just see how other guys on that team, other than Kawhi, were looking very petrified out there. And it's like, I just didn't get it. They just looked so nervous. It was just really weird. So we look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams shot horrible, and they had the same amount of shot attempts. The Raptors only shooting 2.9% better. The Raptors shot better from the three-point line, 17-45 compared to 14-44 from the Bucks. The Raptors were 21-26 from the free throw line. The Bucks got 7 more free throw attempts, but missed 11 free throws, so that's not good. The Bucks out-rebounded the Raptors by 8, and with 13 offensive rebounds, so they were +8 total rebounds, +5 on the offensive rebounds. The assists, we have the Raptors had 28 assists, so they shared the ball much better. But even the 22 for the Bucks, even though I felt that there were a lot of times where the Raptors kept going one-on-one, though, and it was like they really weren't moving the ball. So they just looked really tentative and scared, other than Kawhi out there, man. And that was just like, this ain't good, man. It was almost like if they were playing not to lose the game. You could just see in some of the way they were playing, some of the shots that they were taking, the rest of the guys just looked really, really, really scared out there, other than Kawhi and Lowry. So it was just really weird. So then the steals, the Bucks had 14 steals to 11. The Bucks committed 20 turnovers. The Bucks were +10 in the paint, 46-36. And the teams committed the same amount of fouls at 30 apiece. If we look at the Raptors, Ladies and gentlemen, Kawhi Leonard in 52 minutes, once again, his 10th 30-point game of the postseason. He is, I believe, the fourth or fifth player to have 10 30-point games in a postseason. He had joined Kobe, LeBron. I forgot who the other guys were. But I think LeBron is the only one who's done it multiple times. I think he's done it 4 times. Pascal Siakam in 51 minutes gave you 25 and 11. Marc Gasol gave you 16 and 12. Kyle Lowry only 11 points in 32 minutes. Norman Powell gave you 19 points off the bench. That was huge. But my issue, ladies and gentlemen, is Fred VanVleet struggled. Danny Green struggled. That's not good. How does Serge Ibaka only play 14 minutes is what I want to know. And Jody Meeks only plays 1 minute of the game? I'm sorry, but Nick Nurse has no clue in what he's doing with his rotations. Give Dwayne Casey this team, not last year's team. Give Dwayne Casey this team, and I bet you he would coach this team better than what Nick Nurse is doing. It's like Nick Nurse is just throwing guys out there and just say, hey, just do whatever. It's like this guy doesn't know how to make adjustments. Like his rotations are bad, and it's like he doesn't adjust to how teams play when they make their own adjustments. So it's just really weird, man. And listen, if the Raptors lose this series, Nick Nurse needs to get fired. I'm sorry. Like the way that he's coached his team is just horrible. Just straight up, it's like he's just not ready for this. He's not built for this. Like he's not showing me like a true coach trying to make chess moves, man, to try to outthink the other team. So it's really concerning. And Kawhi looks a little hurt because I know he was limping after the dunk, so I want to know how serious is Kawhi hurt. And he played 52 minutes. Look, hopefully he's ready for Game 4. Nick Nurse has to play more guys. Give Jeremy Lin a shot. I mean, Kyle Lowry struggled tonight. I mean, give him some minutes. VanVleet has been struggling, and to me, he's lacking a lot of confidence. I think if he starts to get some shots to fall, I really feel like the Raptors will be in a much better position. Because the Raptors, they got the pieces. It's just Nick Nurse has to learn how to rotate his players and play more guys. You can't play 7 guys expecting that you're going to do. It's like you're playing with a level of insanity, expecting to do the same thing and get different results. It ain't going to work that way, man. Now, if we look at the Bucks, the Raptors did a great job defensively on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I felt like he was a little bit loose for the basketball. He had way too many turnovers, and the Raptors would I thought they used the baseline very well. When he would spin his move, they would send 2 guys after him. They trapped him really well. They trapped him really hard with the double teams, and they had active hands defensively. Honestly, both teams did. I thought the effort on defense on both ends was just incredible, in my opinion, and it was a great playoff game. Very tense, very nervous. Great playoff game for an Eastern Conference Final. And to be honest with you, the Bucks had the Raptors on the ropes, and they let the Raptors off the hook, especially with the way Nick Nurse coached this game. Just absolutely horrible. Like, you got to understand, it's like you got to put confidence in your players, man. It's like these guys are lacking confidence out there. Like, you could literally see how petrified these guys were playing, and they were playing not to lose because you already know what the label would have been had they lost this game. The Raptors are just chokers, man. They find a way to choke. This ain't Kawhi's fault. People are saying that Kawhi's looking like LeBron James carrying his team. Let me know what you guys think. Is Kawhi Leonard kind of like acting like LeBron James? Is he in a LeBron James type situation? Because I really feel like the Raptors, they got the pieces and they got the depth. It's just a matter of shots falling. And like I said, Nick Nurse putting in better rotations, man. It's ridiculous. But Giannis has 23 rebounds and 7 assists in 45 minutes. So 23 rebounds. The Raptors got to do a better job on him, boxing out on him. Mirotic has 10 points and 5 rebounds. Lopez has 16 and 6 rebounds. Middleton only scored 9 points in 44 minutes. Eric Bledsoe only gave you 11 points. Brogdon and George Hill, oh my goodness, off the bench gave you 44 points. And I mean, the Bucks as a team off the bench, and because the Bucks played 9 guys, they got 54 points from their bench. So that's a huge plus. You're talking about, look, 54 to only 27. The Bucks bench had twice as many points as the Raptors bench. That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. If the Raptors are going to win, they're going to need more production from their bench, because their bench has really just been non-existent this pretty much in most of these playoffs. Like with the exception against the Magic, they really haven't been there against Philadelphia, and they really haven't been there against the Milwaukee Bucks. Nick Nurse needs to play more guys. But I'm a little bit concerned with the Bucks because they have been inconsistent with the three-point shot in this series. If they don't knock down three-point shots to help Giannis Antetokounmpo, those lanes are gonna stay more clogged if they can't hit shots. So it's kind of there for them. They just really have to just knock down shots. So I feel like Milwaukee is the better team because they have more depth. I mean, some people feel like if the Bucks are really kind of this like lucky basketball team. Let me know if you think the Milwaukee Bucks are a lucky basketball team or are they that good? Because I know people are gonna have opinions. People say that when the Bucks have to actually play basketball and like, because honestly, people are thinking to themselves also that the Bucks haven't really been tested this postseason, and so right now this is only their second loss because they entered this game 3, going 10-1. So I could see in some sense why they have been tested. But I think here's the problem. If Nick Nurse plays more guys, makes proper coaching adjustments, I could see this being a real challenge for Milwaukee. But the problem is Milwaukee actually should have been up 3-0, or you could say that the Raptors should have been up 2-1 because they should have won game 1. Like, they had the Bucks on the ropes, and it's funny, 2 of the 3 games, the Raptors have played pretty good defense. It's just they did a poor job in the third quarter when Bledsoe led the charge with his aggressiveness in the third. But the Raptors should be up 2-1 right now, not the other way around. Or the Bucks should be up 3-0 with the fact that they had them on the ropes and they let the Raptors off the hook. Kawhi Leonard was incredible. He was sensational. We have to see what game 4 is going to happen, but I just don't like the rotations that Nick Nurse gives. You give Dwayne Casey this roster, I'm telling you, he will make the necessary proper adjustments and he'll play more guys. Because last year the issue was Kyle Lowry and DeRozan. He now has the superstar that, see, if he would have had Kawhi Leonard last year or he would have had Kawhi Leonard this year, if Dwayne Casey was still coaching the Raptors, I'm telling you, he would have done a much better job in this situation than Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse, to me, just does not have any idea, any clue how to manage his players, and it's showing in these playoffs. Because it's like he honestly thinks that talent-wise they could just win. It's like, yo, you gotta actually coach, my friend, and he's not doing that. He's kind of reminded me of Mike D'Antoni in the Eastern Conference. Like, he just does a poor job of recognizing rotations. He does a poor job of mixing in guys, and he keeps playing his starters way too many minutes. Especially Danny Green he's not playing well. Like, make a lineup change, yo. It's tough, man. It's really tough, but you got to do some things and try to tweak some things to try something, man, at this point. Like I said, Nick Nurse is doing that whole insanity thing. Keeps doing the same thing, expecting different results, and it ain't gonna work. So he needs to get it together fast. So trust me, if the Raptors lose, I could see Kawhi leaving and Nick Nurse needs to get fired. But anywho, man, that was still, all in all, it was an incredible playoff game. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this playoff game, man, and what both teams need to do for game 4s in order to make the proper adjustments to see who will win that one. But as always, man, bless up, one love, peace, thanks for watching.